What's the deal, family? Welcome to my channel, Pops and OJ, where I discuss sports and trending sports topics. Today we're going to be talking about the whole James Harden situation. So let's get right to it.
That y'all never made a run at all, in this one?
We're just not good enough. We don't obviously chemistry, talent-wise, just everything. And it was clear, like I said, these last few games. And just from the beginning of the game, they were just aggressive, veteran team, obviously, championship team, and one of the best teams that we have in this league. I love this city. I literally, done everything that I can. This situation is crazy. It's something that I don't think can be fixed. So, thanks.
First off, I would like to say good luck in Brooklyn, James Harden. One of the first things I caught was when he said we're not good enough. I noticed videos about James Harden, but you ever heard Kobe, Michael, or any of the top tier players who play the game say that? In the interview, he mentions lack of chemistry, but he disrespected the whole Rockets staff numerous of times by showing up too late on plane rides, skipping practices. Who knows what went on in the locker room when the cameras went off? James Harden ran the Rockets organization, in my opinion. He could pretty much do whatever he wanted because the organization allowed it. When he said he done everything I can do to help the team win, in my opinion, he didn't. His work ethic wasn't strong enough. Even when you catch him in games, he take plays off on defense. Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta went out and got on superstars to play with. All those super teams that Tillman put together, and the Rockets still wasn't a contender, so what does that tell you? Tillman went out and got Dwight Howard, Russell Westbrook, and Chris Paul, just to name a few. Towards the end of the interview, he stated, "The situation is crazy." I don't think he was. He just failed to put in the hard work. Do a championship mindset skip practice to be at a strip club? Don't get me wrong, I respect James Harden's game, but you don't see the greatest players in the NBA doing this type of behavior. In that same interview, he goes on to say, "The situation cannot be fixed." The situation could have been totally fixed if you got right with the Houston organization and you stopped being so arrogant. Finding it amusing how every star he get matched up with, they seem to not get along with James Harden. By the way, that interview sounded so unconvincing. Like I said, he wants a ring, now he's on a contending team. Let's see what happens. It's official, he's a Brooklyn Net. What to expect now? So when you look at the next roster, obviously the big three stands out the most. So let's take a look at the big three. So as we look at the big three, I see a lot of scoring, but lack of chemistry, especially because it's going to be their first year together. The Knicks have evaluated themselves to a championship favorite, which means veteran players will have to take a pay cut for a real chance to win it all. The next big three is the highest paid trio in NBA history, at $115 million this season alone. The big three have to sacrifice and accept that one will have the ball more than the other. I'm interested to see how this plays out. We've seen so many super teams flop throughout the years. One thing I will say, Kevin Durant is the only unselfish player. I'm sure most would think differently. At the end of the day, this is Durant's team, and he has a track record to back it up by winning back-to-back NBA Finals, and he is one of the best elite scorers in the game. I think each game they play together, they will learn more about each other. It will work as long as they all work together. Nash will have to keep the ball spreaded between the three of them. Interesting because Harden is an ISO player, Kyrie is a skill player, and Durant loves the ball in his hands. Throughout the course of the season, we're going to find out the Brooklyn Nets character. Can the Nets keep a lead? Are they going to blow leagues? Who's going to be that guy they go to in the fourth quarter? Do I see them in the NBA Finals? Especially, yeah, if Kyrie stays off the court. I don't think they need him. Right now, they're looking good. But my only concern is the lack of chemistry, especially with this being a short season. Don't get me wrong, I love Kyrie, the top 3 point guard in the league right now. If he returns, that means Brooklyn will have to pick up the tempo of play. I don't know if Harden is built for that, honestly. Space on the floor wouldn't be an issue. I look at it like this. I think the big three are going to have theirs regardless. It's okay to give it to Harden, do your thing. Give it to Kyrie, do your thing. But it could become a habit, and the offense will become very stagnant at that point. Their offense will definitely turn into a bunch of ISO ball, and that's another thing I'm afraid of. That's what kills super teams. But only time will tell with this team. I'm definitely interested to see how this will go. That's all I have for you today. Stay up and stay safe, family.
Questions, you don't have no play. Leave that nigga at the scene, he ain't got no fade. Put that bitch up in her place, she ain't got no type of say. Hit a nigga in the